Hi, I'm Blair Gilbert, here for MrHardware.com and Gilbert's Pro Hardware in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, here to do a little quick demo on how to use a Broadfork. What's a Broadfork, you may say? Well, here I have a brand new, shiny Broadfork. This is the original rototiller. We're going to use this to till this garden, but yet we're not going to totally disturb the soil. We're going to loosen it down the depth of these tangs. And what this is going to do, this is quiet, this is green, and it's quick. So here, I'll give you a quick demo of how to use a Broadfork. Perfect place is the garden here before we've weeded. So you step on the Broadfork and you drive it into the ground. And what you do is you just wiggle it a little forward and backward. You come back about 8 inches, you put it in again. Pull back, forward, backward. And what this does is loosens up all the soil, yet we're maintaining the strata of the soil. So there's a certain biology in the different layers of the earth. So by loosening up the soil, it's going to make it real easy to pull these weeds out of here and these grasses. Without driving any of the weeds deeper into the soil, making it harder to maintain my garden this summer. So this is perfect for gardens, large flower beds. So now that the soil's been loosened up, I can just easily pull up the loosened weeds. I'm saving the grass for transplanting elsewhere in the yard, which makes prepping the garden a lot easier as opposed to rototilling it in the old days. So when you rototill and you're turning over the soil, you're chopping up the weeds, but the weeds and the seeds are just being put back down in the earth, and they're just going to come back up a month from now and my garden will be a mess, because we want a chemical-free garden. Coots are cold in the background, huh? Oh look, they're fighting. Oh no, they're not fighting. I want to know what those animals are in the background. Those are coots. So the coot you hear in the background, that's a native species, waterfowl, that's common in this this area of Harson's Island. Here we are an hour later. We've got a nice 15-foot by 3.5-foot wide swath, cleaned, prepped. Using the Broadfork, we're able to loosen up the weeds, so this was really not very hard work at all. Just time consuming. Instead of using a rototiller and turning the weeds over and putting seeds, weed seeds all in the garden, all this is because of how easy it is to turn over a large amount of soil with the Broadfork. That's it for us from Mr. Hardware.